Hello, hello, and welcome to the Pillow Man and Blanket Boy post-launch party. Here today we have with us SHAUN Davis, creator of Pillow Man and Blanket Boy. Say hello, sir.
Hello.
We also have Star from Starcast Network with us.
Hello, everyone.
And the now legendary, Vinnie Tartamella.
Hey, everybody.
So what's new, guys? How was everyone's day? Let's start with that. I like to start with this. Sean, how was your day?
Not bad. Just trying to push the campaign as much as I possibly can. We actually have a better start than we did last time, so that's always good. I mean, right now we're about 15%, so can't really argue with that. But this time, the last time, we were nowhere near that when we first started, so it's always a good sign.
Cool, man. Yeah, I got to say, I'm really heartened to see you not get discouraged by that, because a lot of people do. If they fail in the first campaign, they're like, fuck it. Yeah, I'm glad to see you're not doing that.
We can't do that. I've got too much riding on it. My son is, he's got too much riding on it. He wants to see it. So, he keeps pushing me and I keep doing it.
Good. That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Star, how about your day? Drink a lot of booze today?
No. I spent 13 hours at work and got home not too long ago.
So now you want to drink a lot of booze?
I've already started. I did have a pleasant surprise when I got home, though. I had 2 packages in the mail. Got Niobe and Necromancer Tombstone Blues today.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, nice.
So I'm itching to crack into those, and I know they're going to be a good read.
That's excellent. I wish I'd have gotten that surprise after the day I had.
Oh, no.
How about you, Vinny? How's your day going? I know you're drawing a lot, as always.
Yeah, dude. All these days are like blending into the same day now. I'm going to sleep way too late, getting up, packing more books, bringing them to the post office, trying to get more work done. I honestly didn't even realize what day it was. I thought it was Tuesday.
Oh, wow. These things happen.
Oh, tell me about it. But hey, you know what? Books are getting to people, and I'm happy about it. So fuck it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're doing what you're supposed to do. More so than anyone, really, to be honest.
It's been 7 books now.
Nice. That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to swing over to the chat real quick. James Hayes is with us, dropping those links as always. Thank you very much, sir. You're an excellent mod. Probably the best mod out there, I would wager.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah. You got Gaming or What trademarked? He says, Pillow Man, what the hell?
I know. I was like, what?
Thanks for coming, bud. Hexbox is with us. Howdy. And Zrex has come into the chat. Looks like Adam's trying to join us, but device is not connected is what I'm getting. So, Adam, if you can hear that. Oh, there you are. Let's try now. What's up, Adam? Yes, no, maybe so.
You might need to close the browser and reopen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey there.
What's up, Simon?
That's like the Brady Bunch.
Hey,
everyone.
Hey, Simon.
How's the guy? Oh, hey, Vinny. Hey, Jason.
Hey, bud.
Hey, Adam. How you doing, Sean? Big
Hello.
day.
Yes, sir.
How's the man of the hour?
Not bad. Trying to push some books and make our goals.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. Well, speaking of that, why don't we go ahead and get into it? Here we go. Pillow Man and Blanket Boy, Maximum Velocity Redux. Is this your second attempt, Sean?
Well, we did a Kickstarter after the first thing because I was just seeing, what the hell, what could hurt. So we didn't do crap with that. So I retooled everything and launched yesterday, and we're seeing how we can do it this time.
Here we
learned
are.
a lot
Awesome.
the first time.
Nice.
So, can you give us an overview? What can we expect from Pillow Man and Blanket Boy?
Classic comic book fun. Good versus evil. There's no political bullcrap. There's no social justice crap. It's just pure good versus evil. You got 2 superheroes that they fight the bad guys, and this story is just a one-off, one shot. My son, he comes up with these ideas that are just out of nowhere. And if I really wanted to do everything that he wants to do, I mean, it would be like the Bible because there's
Right.
so many stories that he has. And so I wanted to do something that we could just let people see who Pillowman and Blanket Boy are without going too far into like, their background and stuff like that, because there's a whole lore with these characters. He's had 9 years to come up with insane, stories here and there. I mean, he started when he was 3 and he's 11, about to turn 12 next week. And I mean, just the stuff that he has, I could probably do a regular series and probably go 100 issues, no problem, just for the stuff that he has. So, I tried to contain him into one little story that basically you see who they are, you see what they're up against, and this is what they can do, and so on and so forth, without really getting into their backstory. A lot of people are like, is he really a blank or a pillow or something like that? And it's like, it's kind of hard to describe without going into exactly everything in his background. I mean, he's basically powered by the Golden Feather that is run by the what is it called, the Council of the Golden Feather, and they're half of the parts that keeps the balance in the world versus the Nightmare Squad. And so,
nice.
I mean, it's just insanity. I mean, just the stuff that he comes up with. I don't know if you ever listened to a kid and the stuff that they come up with, but if you just sit there and listen to them, it's just like, what in the world are you doing?
Yeah, where did they get
where
that?
Are you coming up with this at? It's like, I could probably do like, an ounce of cocaine and not come up with the same stories that this kid has come up with.
Well, that's a sad part. I mean, kids seem to be, young kids especially, seem to be the only ones with imagination left. Everything's like thrown right in your face these days. Everything's a video, or, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to imagine anymore. And that's sad.
And the thing is that with so many remakes and rehashes and stuff like that, it's just like, it's nice to have something, special like this, where it's just there's nobody else like Pillowman and Blanket Boy out there. I mean, it sounds jokey at first when people hear it, and I get that. I mean, it's a kid came up with it, so
right, man.
We take it as serious as we possibly can. A lot of people think it's just for small kids and stuff like that, but it's really not. It's for anybody who just likes classic comic book fun, kind of like the Silver Age comics.
Right.
So that's what we basically go for. It's not like Captain Underpants or SpongeBob or anything like that. Now, if I would have done it like 5 or 6 years ago, it probably would have. But, he's getting to be a preteen. So, his stories, some of the stuff now he comes up with is like, these people get killed and blood. And I'm like, no, we can't put all that in Pillowman and Blanket Boy, because then it would be a totally different thing. But he wants to.
Blood-soaked pillow.
So he wants to. I mean, the older he gets, but it's just like sometimes I have to rein him in.
Cool. All right. So, Joanna Frago has joined the chat. Hello, ma'am. Adam Post is with us. What's up, buddy? And True Comment is here. It's good to see you all. I'll tell you what, we're going to start a little different today. Let's go ahead and play this video.
Now, look, before you play this video, I mean, it is kind of cheesy, but we both worked on it. So just to let you know beforehand.
Yeah, sure. There's nothing wrong with cheesy. Everybody hear the sound okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
The Wilhelm scream.
Gotta have that in there.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
can
nothing
be.
wrong with that at all, my man.
It's fun. Definitely
That
fun.
was
Sounds fun.
I am happy to announce that I think after watching Jason's show last night, somebody was talking about 3D Robin, and I contacted him last night, and he actually came up with a phenomenal logo for me, and so we've officially updated our logo for Pillowman and Blanket Boy.
Oh, nice.
He does a fantastic job.
Do you
So,
have the new logo on the campaign page?
What's that now?
Do you have the new logo on the campaign page?
I do. Down on the after this right here, I showed the 2 covers, and I did update that. That's what I could do as quick as possible before tonight, but I'm going to re-update all the other stuff to show it.
Oh, nice.
But he
I like
really
it.
went in there and did the pillow, like the pillow man is actually pillows, and then he did the blanket to look, kind of like a blanket there. So did a really
That's
good
awesome.
job.
And we got Kermit the
He
Log
did a
joining
great
us.
job.
Hello, sir. And Drew, aka Mr. E, is with us. That's the creator of Captain Love. Go check that out.
Yep.
Welcome, friends.
Hello.
Adam, are you
Hey,
finally with us?
Am I here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here. I've been here.
Okay.
Hey, man.
So yeah, Sean, can you tell us a little bit about what Pillow Man and Blanket Boy are, like where they come from, how they get their powers, that kind of thing?
Well, Pillow Man is actually the champion of the Council of the Golden Feather. They are in charge of the balancing of good in the world, and there's always a champion that has the power of the Golden Feather. And during this day and age, he comes as a superhero. And everybody, like I said before, everybody asks if he's a pillow. No, he's not really a pillow. He's got the pillow head, but he's just pure energy that is given off from the Golden Feather. Now, if the Golden Feather was to be taken away from him, he would be nothing. And Blanket Boy gets his power from the blanket, and the blanket is the prop that is in charge of keeping Pillow Man safe. So there's always been a sidekick to the champion of Pillow Man, and this time it's an 11-year-old child who has taken the blanket and has become Blanket Boy. Now, if he loses the blanket, when he takes the blanket off, he's just a regular 11-year-old boy. All of his powers come from the blanket, and the blanket is alive. So it can do stuff, kind of like Spawn's cape, how it can do stuff and
Cool.
whatnot. But that's what his blanket cape is. It is an entity that is there to protect Pillow Man.
Is that like a play on a safety blanket?
I guess you could say. I mean, he got it from as a child. He used to always wear his blanket as a cape, and that was this first character that he came up with was Blanket Boy. And like I've said in the past that you basically hear him talk about it, and he's just a 3-year-old kid, so you're just like, oh, okay, he'll forget about it and he'll go on and go play some more and whatnot. But he just kept going on with it, and then one day he came up with Pillow Man. And it was wild that he would come up with a sidekick instead of, the main character, Pillow Man. But he always loved Robin over being, over Batman. His first character that he always loved was Robin, the Damian Wayne Robin. I mean, he even wanted to become Damian Wayne Robin when he was 10. He wanted to become Robin when he turned 10, and this was back when he was like 3 or 4. But the thing is I had to actually tell him, 3 or 4 years ago that Batman and Robin were not real, and it tore him up. I mean, you would think, I murdered his mother or something like that.
No.
But it was like Santa Claus. He thought that superheroes were real. And I mean, he lost it. It was ridiculous. I was just like, oh my God. I never knew that he put that much stock into these characters. But
wow. Was it
yeah.
a bigger reaction than Santa Claus?
I would say so. Because he really looked at superheroes as they're real. I mean, I don't understand it. As a kid, I never was like that, but he did. I mean, it was wild. That's
cool, man. So what kind of villains are Pillow Man and Blanket Boy going to be facing?
Well, for this one, it's Velocity 1, and he's just we started off with a one-off character just for the one shot, but the more that we've written him in, the more that we've drawn him and stuff like that, we kind of like him and we want to keep him around afterwards. But all he is he's looking for the secret weapon that at the beginning of the comic, you'll see that he attacks a pharmaceutical warehouse for this secret weapon, and this old man right here on the page that you're at, he gets tangled up in it, and this is actually his last night before retirement. So he gets tangled up in all of this. But
boy.
Velocity 1 is looking for the secret weapon. You never really find out what the secret weapon is because we kind of made it the MacGuffin.
Right.
You know, it's like you want to know what it is, but you really don't know by the end of the story. But you do find out that Velocity 1's not acting all is on. He's got a puppet master, and it's kind of like a little nod to what the main series is going to be, because the main series is there's the champion for the dark side, which is the Nightmare Council. I mean the Nightmare Squad, and their champion is called the Closet of Doom. Because all kids are scared of the closets, and
right.
my child was scared of the closet, so I was like, you know what? We'll do the Closet of Doom. And so he is an entity that if he gets loose, the world will be launched into. There will be a big door outside in space, like a physical door that will open up, and the world will be swallowed into the Nightmare Realm. In the Nightmare Realm, everybody on the planet will be living their own personal nightmare all the time. So if you're scared of clowns, by God, you're going to see clowns. If you're scared of spiders, there's going to be spiders everywhere. So their goal, the Council of the Golden Feather, is to keep him at bay. And so there is a bad guy named Buckethead, which plays right into Pillowman, Blanket Boy.
Yeah, man.
He's the main villain he's the arch nemesis to Pillowman. He's like Pillowman's Lex Luthor. And,
cool.
He wants to get the pieces of the Closet of Doom together so he can just take the world into the Nightmare Realm and then do whatever he wants with it. He doesn't care if he gets to see his nightmares. He just doesn't care. He just wants to watch the world burn. So that's the main series. This is just, they're fighting Velocity 1. They're trying to save that old guy, the old retirement guy, for being killed, because the retirement guy knows more than what he lets on about the secret weapon that Velocity 1 is looking for. So they're trying to save him, and they're fighting this character they've never met, but he knows everything about them. He has contingency plans for them. He knows their weaknesses. He knows everything about them, and they have no clue why or how he knows their weaknesses. But you find out that he's eventually working for Buckethead, and Buckethead knows everything about him.
That's really cool. I gotta tell you, that's a damn good story.
But
I like it.
It's ridiculous. I have to type out stuff for me just so I can keep up with everything that he's told me. And here's our process right here. I'm at the table, I work at the kitchen table with my iPad and whatnot, and I've got my script, and then he's playing in the living room like a 11-year-old kid. He's playing Legos, whatever, and he'll come and tell me something. And I'm in the middle of drawing a page, and I'm like, okay. And then he'll go act it out. He's fighting imaginary people, and I'm like, good Lord, what are you doing? You sound like a crazy person over there. So then he'll come back and tell me something else. And then finally I'm like, dude, just chill out, draw it for me or write it down for me so I can keep up with it, because I can't keep up with the way his mind works. It goes way faster than mine.
Yeah. Wow.
That's freaking cool.
Well, your son will be glad to know there's someone in the chat that agrees with him. True Comment says Robin is in fact greater than Batman.
That's good. That's my son. But he has changed. He doesn't like Damian Wayne as much as he used to. He is a big Tim Drake fan, and he is pissed by what DC has done with Tim Drake and how they throw him to the side. Because we got into a big long discussion about it last night. And he went on like a rant for like 30 minutes, and I was just like, all right, chill out, calm down a little bit.
Wow, that's really cool. And this is your artwork.
It is.
Did you
90%
do the coloring as well?
Oh no, I can't color to save my life. My colorist actually is Rajesh. He is from India, and I found him because Insane Comics actually got me in touch with him, and I love him. He does a fantastic job. He's quick. He is like, he wants to know right after he sends me pages, do I have any any changes he needs? And if I have any changes, I mean, within the next day, I mean, he is on it. And I mean, it's kind of weird because his time is different than my time, and we miss each other quite a bit. But I mean, he is very receptive of anything. I mean, he is quick and he just wants to color.
Wow. Well, it sounds like an excellent book. It looks excellent. I'm liking everything I'm seeing and hearing, I got to say.
This was the first time that I have drawn, and I would say about 20 years. I used to draw when I was a teenager, and I kind of just quit because, I mean, life got in the way. And, I had other stuff to do. I had to be, an adult, and, I didn't have time for it. I had to, my job took everything,
Right.
So I started late last year, just started doodling some more and trying to get the basics drawing and just, working from there, just practice as much as I can. And, it took me a while to get comfortable with it, to actually get it out there and to show people. And, I look back at some of the stuff, and I will be changing some of these things that I see because I just, I get too OCD about it. And so I have to go in and go like, I got to change this. And I've already told Rajesh, I said, some of these pages that you've colored, I'm going to be sending, new panels for this and that. And he's just like, whatever, I don't care. Just send me the stuff.
Xbox is amazed that that's your art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you drew this, Sean. This is fantastic stuff.
Yeah, this is all me. I mean, like I said, it's been about 20 years since I picked up a pencil. And so, like I said, I worked my ass off. I watched a lot of videos. I went back and read my how to draw comics the Marvel way quite a bit to get comfortable about this. So the only thing is I'm not as fast as I would like to be. I mean, a page takes me about 3 days to draw in ink, and I'd like to get a lot faster. But luckily, I have about 35 pages actually done. So because I wanted to have a bunch of my pages done before I even started this campaign. And, since my surgery, I had a surgery about a month ago, haven't been really able to draw as much as I would like because I'm up to about 4 hours sitting up straight. So, I've got that contending with me, but I wanted to have a chunk of it done before we started the campaign.
Right. Mikey Woods has joined us. Hail, Mikey Woods. How's it going, brother? Anybody else have any questions for Sean?
No, I think the project's great. The idea is awesome, and yeah, man, especially for not picking up a pencil in 20 years. Dude, these pages are epic.
I appreciate it. Like I said, I still see stuff, and I'm just like,
you'll never be satisfied. Tell him, Vinny.
Oh yeah, that's just an artist thing.
You're never satisfied. Every time you're done, you're gonna look at it and go, "Oh, I can do better."
Yeah. There's some pages that I have drawn. The first page was the worst. I think I drew it about I would say no less than 50 times. I mean, the first page with the buildings and all that good stuff. I mean, that was just I wanted to throw my iPad across the kitchen.
Yeah, I just didn't
get it right, and then I've seen, from page 1 to where we are right here, I've come a long ways with my art, and I'm very happy with it. But like I said, I mean, it's not bad, but I could always do better.
I'm gonna have to DM you about page rates, sir.
Let me get this over with first.
Red,
I feel you.
Red, do you want to share my screen? I just did a little something.
Absolutely. Black Daddy has joined the chat. What's up, brother?
Hail to everybody in the chat. I don't know if I came through earlier when I said that. My mobile apparently does not like the StreamYards app anymore. I've never had so many issues with it until tonight.
Oh wow!
Ooh,
but I'm on the laptop now, so we're rocking and rolling.
Good to go. Cool. All right, Sean. Looks like you got some fan art already.
Awesome.
Just did a little fan art for you.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
Simon just whipped it up. Just
yeah.
Fucking snaps his fingers and there it is.
Once you see it in your head, you can pretty much doodle it out pretty quick, right?
Speak for yourself.
Oh no, sometimes no. I'm saying it as in like we fight for it. It's just like most drawing is a struggle to get it done, but sometimes we just see the image and we can doodle it pretty quick.
Yeah, you gotta jump on.
I actually like this piece, and this is it's that very kind of heroic pose,
Mm-hmm. It looks really good.
And
Probably from all that time doing a Fantasticon.
Yeah, my superheroes. My superheroes. Yeah. I would have to share them again.
So, Sean,
nice.
I know you covered it a little bit, I think. But how long have you been how long have you and your boy been developing this story?
Well, it started with him at 3, and I mean, he just kept as he got older. He came up with more characters, more plots, more. I mean, we could have our own universe of characters. I mean, our own print, Parkerverse characters, if you want to say it, because his name is Parker. And so, I think he's got no less than 35 characters that I have written down and drawn and stuff like that. But we really started working on the comic late last year, and just trying to, because when we first started talking about it, I was nowhere near where I needed to be on art wise. I mean, I just couldn't feel comfortable putting it out there. So it took me a little while to get where we needed to be before we actually started working on it. And I think I started working on it. It had to be like November last year, when I drew like a page and I was like, okay, let's see what we can do with this. And then I sat on it for a while, and then really didn't start really working on it until probably January of this year.
Yeah.
And how many pages you said you got ready to go?
Right now I got 35.
Very good. And what's your goal? What are you trying to do?
My goal is 48
okay.
Pages, but I mean, the way it's going, I mean, it could be more than that. It's definitely going to be more than 48 pages, but then, we got supplementals, we got fan art, because we have the fan art contest going on right now. And so we're going to have all that. And I'd like to show, some sketches and stuff. The other day I put a crew drawing that I did in 2010 versus 2019. I put that up on Twitter, from where we started to where we are now, just to see how stark of a difference it is. I don't know if any of you guys seen that tweet, but you can see how crappy the drawing was that I did. It was just a crew drawing that I did just and colored so he could, visualize it as much as he possibly could in his mind, like in real life, what they would look like. Instead of just his imagination, he had like a physical copy of what his characters looked like back in 2010.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
We still got some art to look at on your page.
Yeah,
What's happening here? Can you run us through this scene?
Okay, he's fighting the big mech. Velocity 1 has a lot of robots. At first, they fight 3. They're kind of like, just probe bots that go in to try to steal the secret weapon, and they destroy them pretty easily. And then you got the V-Bots 2.0 that come in and pretty much kick their ass. I mean, and they kidnap the old guy, because Velocity 1 needs the old guy to find out where the secret weapon is. And so Pillowman and Blanket Boy, they get a tracking chip out of the V-Bot 2.0 that they destroyed, and so they found out that Velocity 1's base is in the mountains. So Velocity 1 knows that they're coming, so he unleashes the V-Mech. If you scroll back up, you'll see exactly what he looks like. Keep going up. It's the last colored page, I believe it is, where it shows the V-Mech coming up, getting released. I like to call him the Franken-Mech right there. He's getting released to come up out of the ground from the base. It opens up out of the ground, and he comes up out of that. And those mountains right there. There's another page that I put up there that he actually just is humongous. I mean, I like Godzilla, and I like how Godzilla just is enormous over all the buildings and stuff. So that's how we made this V-Mech. But he just towers over the mountains. And so what you saw when you asked me that question was Pillowman was racing towards him, but you see just the shadow of the V-Mech, because he's got this protective barrier around him. And Pillowman cannot get through that with his plasma vision or anything like that. He just cannot get through it. So it becomes an unwinnable battle. And then if you scroll down to the last page of art there, you'll see his last resort power that he unleashes, or is about to unleash, on the V-Mech. and you see the feather there. That's the golden feather, and you see him go into this other form, and that's the power. His last resort power is to use all the power of the golden feather to go up against the VMAC.
It's the final form.
It is the final form. And once he uses that final form, he becomes a pillowcase, just like that. And
Does he turn to memory foam?
no, just a pillowcase, empty pillowcase. But he has a cooldown period. Both of these characters have cooldown periods. I mean, I can't just make them super strong all the time.
Right.
Just nothing can beat them. Yeah. So he has to have a cooldown period, and that's when he becomes the most vulnerable to everything. But he sacrifices himself to destroy the things that he cannot destroy.
Very nice.
But eventually he will be refilled.
I gotta tell you, I love this story. I'm already in love with this story.
It's insanity. It really, really is.
So does he have to like restuff his pillow to refuel?
Well, the energy comes from the golden feather. So there's no there's no memory foam. There's nothing like that. It's just pure energy from the golden feather. That's always the first
down
question.
Feather.
There you go.
Does he bleed feathers? Like if you cut him, do feathers come out?
No, he doesn't bleed.
Oh, he doesn't bleed at all. That's hardcore.
He's too much for that.
No wonder Nick fell in love with that book.
Yeah, for sure. A couple newcomers. Lola Meets is with us. What's up, Lola? Prick 13 is in the house. Hail, brother.
My favorite of the 13 pricks.
We also have Black Daddy in the chat.
Of course, Black Daddy. Love to see you all. Thanks for coming. But yeah,
this book really does. It looks awesome. Like it just seems like so much fun. Like you said, bring back that silver age of just good, fun comic books. And I assume this is like an all ages type story.
It is. There, we won't have any blood. We won't have any, nudity, unfortunately, and all that. But, I just wanted to take it back. We wanted, because there's comics. I mean, today, even, Marvel, DC comics. I mean, I won't even let him read them because it's just, if I wanted an agenda, I would watch CNN or something like that. So we don't even look at that. When we go to the comic shop, we get back issues and trade paperbacks and stuff like that. You just can't read the crap that's out there right now.
Yeah, that's the only things you can go for.
We wanted to create our own and take it back to the way comics used to be.
Hell yeah.
This is inspiring. This reminds me of something that I would definitely pass on to, my 8-year-old or my 10-year-old kid to try to get him into comics. It's fun. Like you said, all ages story. I love it. It's got a real broad range of audience.
And, like I said, this is just a one shot. We've got so many stories to tell. And like I said, we would have 100 issues, no problem. I mean, no problem whatsoever. I mean, the kid, I wish I could just hook something into his head and have all his thoughts
just siphon up all his thoughts.
Yeah, kind of like that character right there. Yeah. Just hook it in there and go, okay, let me see everything that you have and then print it out so I don't have to make heads or tails of what the hell you're telling me.
Well, you might regret that decision. He's becoming a teenager.
But one of that stuff, I mean, he I don't know. I've got a teenage daughter, and it's insanity.
I feel so sorry for you, bro.
She's 15 going on 16, and I want to, just, I don't know, lock her away.
That's what I do. I would 100% lock her away.
Yeah,
at least till she's 21.
Definitely don't bring her on Twitter anytime soon.
No. She has no social media, anything.
Good man.
That's good.
I agree with Nick when he said that the best part of this book is the fact that it's one of the first superhero that's really like kid friendly. That's for the family, and we don't have enough of that in comicsgate. Like family friendly books for everybody that a kid could read.
Yeah,
and that's coming from that guy that doesn't do kid friendly things.
And, we don't want to just market it to kids. I mean, we want it to be. For everybody. I mean, I think an adult will enjoy it as well too. I mean, it's not like dumbed down just for like, 5-year-olds or something like that. I mean, it's got a good story. It's, there's some inside jokes that I put in there that my son doesn't get. right now or stuff like that. Just like
You
any
think?
cartoon that you watch, there's some stuff that adults are like, wait a minute, but kids are just like, la la la.
Absolutely,
I've got my own.
yeah, no, adults make cartoons, so yeah, you got to make it entertaining for everybody. It's the same thing with
Yeah.
these books, which is very cool,
Yeah.
man.
But it was the magic of all the cartoons before is the fact that it was written mainly for kids, but there always that connotation of that double-sided joke for adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the one that mom and dad's sitting on the couch behind the child, like snickering, trying not to laugh out loud.
Mhm.
And then when they
No.
do, the kid looks around like, "What are you laughing at?" Like
Exactly.
nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
the Incredibles was one of the best examples.
Yeah.
That was so
Yeah, for
good.
sure. Well, we
Wanna
got
talk about
Tungsten EXE
cartoons?
in the chat. He's happy you finally caught a stream. We're happy to have you, brother. And Fatal J is with us. How's it going, my man? Just talking some Pillow Man and Blanket Boy.
Nice.
I love how the homage cover turned out too.
Yeah, it actually, I was very happy with it. It took me, I did a rough sketch before I went to the hospital, just seeing what I could do. And then, a couple of weeks ago, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to sit here. If I pass out from pain, I'm going to get this damn thing done because I wanted something that I could offer just on, Indiegogo. It will never be anywhere else after Indiegogo. That cover will be completely gone. But I wanted to do something like that, and I always liked that cover. Not only the original cover, but Jim Lee's version of it, and I thought he did a phenomenal job with it. And I was like, you know what, Pillowman and Blanket Boy would be awesome for that. It was either between that one or the one where Batman's holding the round thing and Robin's jumping through it. But I thought this one, would look pretty good as a cover, a homage cover.
Yeah, man,
I like
for
it.
sure.
And you went with my vote on the coloring too. So
Oh my God, I did not think it. I mean, a lot of people were very vocal about it. Me and my son were even at each other's throat about it because I like the other version. I liked the yellow version. And then finally, my wife was like, she liked the yellow version. And I was like, well, 2 against 1. So.
hey, always listen to the wife. Make your wife happy, bro.
That's exactly right. We've been married for 14, 15 years now. So.
Oh, congratulations.
And
Sir.
that's why.
Yeah.
Doing it smart.
Because you always take her side.
She's been phenomenal with this whole thing back, helping me out with this and just spreading it around and, just letting me do whatever with it. She just leaves me alone and lets me do it.
Did you get one
That's
of those?
cool.
Did you get one of those box head characters like Pop type of thing in paper then? Because that would be perfect for Pillow Man.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
That would be really great.
Right? Yeah.
Make that
Yeah, that's a good idea.
stretch goal.
Very good.
Yeah. You can find the free base model on the internet. Then you could just draw it over it. That's what I did for my Vincent one.
Awesome. I'll have to take a look at that.
If you don't find it, let me know. I'll send you the plan.
Okay, cool. Yeah, my goal now is just to get it funded and see what we can do after that. I mean, I've dropped the funding to $1,500. Hopefully, we can get there, and
Oh, you will.
hopefully we can get this comic made.
We'll keep pushing for you, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Everybody's done a phenomenal job helping.
Absolutely.
Spreading
sure.
the word.
It's a fine looking book, sir. And I really, you sold me on the story. I love it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. It's so hard to write down, like, on here on the Indiegogo thing without getting, too far into it and everybody just wanting to see the art and stuff like that. So I kind of just put a quick shot there and hopefully people understand what's going on just so they can get to the art. Because I feel like people just are like, all right, I don't care about any of this other stuff. Just let me see what it looks like and then we'll go from there.
That's
But-
mostly how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just so vast. I mean, I could spend, my God. I mean, if I really sat down and made a video and explained everything about these characters, about their backgrounds, about what we want to do, I mean, I would probably have at least a 24-hour video. It's ridiculous. I no lie. I mean, it's just insane.
That's very cool. All right. For the moment, we're going to jump onto some other projects real quick, because this is a Pillow Man and Blanket Boy stream. But Vinny, you want to throw us a quick pitch for City of Venus and the Ghostly Manor on Howling Hill? Let people know why they should buy it.
Anyone who loves hot women, cool futuristic stories, science action, City of Venus is for you guys. It's a post-apocalyptic action story. Yeah, it's about this woman who unknowingly has the power to save the world or destroy it. This whole world is kind of it's been building for a while. This story in my head, but yeah, there's a ton going on in here. The whole world is destroyed, and because it's so far into the future that I put enough stuff in there for like if there's been wars that have happened over and over. The city's been rebuilt and destroyed again. But in the end, there's only one place that survived and is thriving. It's this floating city in the sky, and it houses the most powerful people in the world, the elite, scientists, engineers, and these people want to prolong their lives. So if they do find anyone who's still alive, kind of on this world, they experiment on them on trying to achieve their goal. But most times they fail. So they throw the people back down, and they're usually disfigured, or some of them kind of look like zombies. I'm going to have different kind of factions of them. But the scavengers, the people who are still human and alive, they're hidden underneath all of this stuff. And it's very, very bleak. There's not that many of them left. And then the main character, she's very new to this area. No one knows how she got there. She doesn't know how she got there. And this world doesn't look like anything she remembered. But the viewer is going to be taking the ride. So I jumped right into it. People have been getting they've been loving it. So I mean, I'm trying not to say either because there's still a whole lot of story I'm going to be explaining in the next issue. So sorry if I'm a little bit vague here and there. But it's definitely a book you're going to want to jump on. The printing quality is phenomenal on it.
Excellent.
Yeah, man, it's the thickest page you're going to find in any comics in any company right now. The cover stock, nice and thick. It's got a glossy finish on it. And this campaign has an exclusive, the Volume 2 art book, The Art of Vinnie. And it's got a whole bunch of different stuff in there, from portraits, superhero stuff, pinups, monsters, you name it, it's in there. So yeah, please guys check this one out.
Yeah, and don't miss this one. It is good. I like it.
Yeah, man, it's that whole point of getting into comics is for the fun of it, to tell a cool story and showcase some really beautiful artwork.
Right.
And
yeah. Speaking of that, give us a quick pitch on the Ghostly Manor on Howling Hill.
Yeah, this was a smaller campaign because I wanted to get it out in time for Halloween, and I did ship all of them so far. So yeah, it's a story about these three little monsters who on Halloween night they're supposed to be doing their chores, and they slip out because they heard that they could get some free candy, just for looking how they look. So yeah, they go on a little adventure. They have some fun, get into some trouble. But yeah, no, it's definitely it's a fun read. This is all ages. It is a kid's book, but the people who have been getting it as well, because I shipped these out, they've been loving it. I've had adults saying that it's been just a ton of fun, and they're showing it to like their kids, their nephews and stuff, and nieces. So I really appreciate the support on this one. I am going to be pulling the in-demand in this upcoming week. So if you guys want it, please jump on it as soon as you can. Same quality as City of Venus and the Volume 2 art book. So yeah, you have the quality throughout. The story is written by my brother Frank. It's done in rhyme, but it's a fun read. It's not like annoying, like how Dr. Seuss sometimes gets very annoying. This isn't that way. But yeah, it's very easy for kids to read as well. So we made it about 1 to 2 panels per page. So it's very, very clean and clear.
Can you read us a segment, Vinny?
You want to read a segment? Well, they're up there.
I want you to read me a segment, Vinny.
Well, this stream is for pillow and blanket. No, I've got time. Go ahead.
we made JP Plack sing us a tune from Eudaimonia when he was on. So I wanted you to do a rhyme for us.
Even more reason to. It's a special thing that you're doing for Pillowman.
Yes.
There you go.
That's a special thing I'm doing.
See, Hexbox says she wants Vinny to read one too. The chat has spoken. You have to listen to the chat.
I got to pull up on my own computer because I can't read it from here.
Oh, is that too small?
My eyes right now, they are.
It is super small. I couldn't read that if I wanted
trying to enlarge.
No.
Nerdette Newsstand has joined the chat. Hello, madam. Thanks for joining.
to. Nerdettes.
We're waiting to hear Vinny give us some rhymes.
I'm waiting to pull up the file. Because I was working when you guys wanted to do this. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I know how you're feeling.
All right. God damn it. Sorry, pull it the wrong one.
You're all right, Vinny. We can wait.
Any page will do.
Chat while I go. All right. There once was a small town which had dusty roads colored golden brown. Welcome to Sunnyville was written on the sign. It was a place where the people were kind. This town was cheery and bright. This town was preparing for Halloween night. Just outside this town of smiles, there was a lonely road that stretched for miles and miles. So that's your first page.
Very good.
It's very simple. It's clean, clear. Kids could read it. Parents could read it to their kids. But yeah, it's cool. So yeah, and remember, this is going. And when it's gone, I don't know if I'm bringing it back next year. If I bring it back, it might be 2 years from now, maybe 3. I don't know. But yeah, so try to jump on it as soon as you can.
God damn it, Vinny. You just gotta just ring my fucking wallet for more money, don't you?
It's like, get it now or it's gone.
You know what? I wasn't gonna back it until you read it, and now I have to back it.
See, you made a sale off that, Vinny.
Thanks, Adam.
No, I was gonna back it anyway, but
all right, Mox Rocks is in the house. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. And Vinny, got one more thing to push here, right?
Yeah. This is my friend, Grandmaster Bram Frank. He's a dear friend of mine. This guy is a genius. He's an artist, an inventor. He's a martial art legend, and he's got these amazing blades that he designed. He's in a big need right now. He needs help. His old business partners screwed him over really badly. And I've been talking him into setting up an Indiegogo. So we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be helping him out on it soon. But these beautiful knives are award-winning. Anyone who remembers Black Belt magazine, he was showcasing there a lot. These blades won Blade of the Year a couple of years back. And anyone who's are you guys familiar with Forged in Fire on History Channel?
Oh yeah, I love that show.
Yes.
show's awesome.
You know, Doug Marcaida.
Yep.
Who doesn't?
He's friends with him. He did a bunch of videos with them as well. Yeah, so I'm telling you, tomorrow night I'm actually he's going to be on my stream. I convinced him for an interview. He's excited to talk about it. And his love for comic books. I mean, he's a huge nerd on top of it. Yeah, his place. Yeah, I checked out his place the other day. Dude, it is wall to wall. Conan, Thor, these beautiful statues, cartoon stuff. This guy loves Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. he's got some epic pieces in there, man. Let me tell you. But yeah, no, this dude, he's trained people from all over the world, military, and like every continent. He's saved countless lives. So I wanted to help him out by giving him a push and trying to open up this new market for him. But yeah, these blades are perfect for if you're a martial artist, if you're a teacher. He also has like the dull versions, so you could train with them without cutting one another.
What fun is that?
I know, it's no fun at all.
Trust me, man. I've seen what some of these could do. Whew. Very, very dangerous. But
his blade will kill.
His blade will kill.
Sim, you should have him design a Vincent knife.
There you go.
I know, right?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm looking at
His
the gun. I'm like, you could do the gun blade.
That's what I'm saying. Like I see
Uh-huh.
these two layered on top of each other, and I'm picturing Vincent's badass guns with the blades attached to them.
Yeah, right. If you scroll up and you hit the store, you'll see other different ones as well.
His prices look really good.
Oh, they are,
I
man,
mean,
and
really cheap though. Jeez.
yeah, and he sends them out very quick as well.
They look nice.
Hit live blades, and yeah,
Wow.
beautiful stuff.
I had the second one. The gun thing. I had it. Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah, again, he's got them the miso. It's a smaller one for women where they even conceal it on them. Yeah, no, he's got a lot of really cool stuff, and he designed all of these. The guy is like a super genius as well. He's part of Mensa, I believe. But yeah, dude, a legend. I'm telling you. When you hear his stories too, they're gonna blow your mind. But yeah, so we're trying to give him a good push, a lot of support, because he definitely deserves it. His students have been fantastic too. They're trying to help him out as much as they can as well. So yeah, if you want really cool blades, they're perfect too for artists and people. They're into crafting, the woodwork, you name it, because he designed it so well. The way it fits in your hand and how you can rotate it and flip it, really, really beautiful and ingenious. So.
Nice.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
Thanks, Rick, for
absolutely. And the link's in the description, I believe. If not, James Hayes has posted it. So yeah, we got something for the kids, something for the adults. And speaking of, Simon,
Yeah,
ready to pitch this again?
Yeah, of course. You like highly violent comics like Lobo, or the mangas like Hellsing? Well, you want Bloodhunt. Bloodhunt's for you. The story of the most badass assassin vampire in comics, period. Go get it now.
Right.
The story of an assassin that gets betrayed and sent to his death because he's secretly dating his boss's daughter.
We've all been there.
Yeah, he's a bit frustrated because he's sent to kill an old man in his sleep, and he feels that it's beneath him. But when he gets there, discovers that it's an ancient vampire, ends up getting turned, and discovers the hidden world that he could not see before, and he's on the path of vengeance, and it's violence from page 1 to page 64.
I've been there.
It's like if John Wick and Alucard from Helsing had a violent baby. Well, that's Vincent.
I love
That'd
it.
be a weird baby.
I can attest to that too. He's not lying when he says 64 pages of nonstop action, violence, and gore. There's no filler. There's no extra, fluff pages at the end or anything. It is 64 pages of story of gory violence. And it's definitely not one you want to read to your kids.
But if you like, like the Lobo, or remember the Darkness, the way they was violent in the beginning and during the Delkian years.
I always think of the band when I hear the Darkness now.
Yeah, I do too.
Please don't ruin my comic.
Wait a minute.
I believe in a thing called love.
Get your hands off my woman, motherfucker.
I love the Darkness. Yeah, go check it out. You won't be disappointed.
Absolutely. Go check out Bloodhunt. And we got one more you're working on.
Yep.
Not quite out just yet.
I'm going to let Mr. Star pitch it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Demons in G-String is about a doppelganger demon named Lily. Being a unique race of doppelgangers, she's capable of using aspects from different demons to actually morph her body while she fights. She ends up being banished to the human world and comes in contact with a 12-year-old boy named Kenneth, who gets the sigil of the Demon King. So he ends up becoming a contestant in this fight for the throne. And the current filler Demon King sends hordes of demons to him to kill him. And she has to fight off and defend all these different demons. So you're going to have probably anywhere from 64 to more pages of nonstop demon action.
And
a little
there's a sneak preview. Where can people find a sneak preview of this book?
In in CG Jumpstart.
There
The
you go.
first one will have 3 pages of the ash can, which is the precursor to her ending up in the human world. And this is the first page to that ash can.
Good lord, that looks nice. Very nice.
Yeah,
That's a huge bitch.
All right, everyone. So look forward to this. Go ahead and sign up for the mailing list to get some updates. And I don't know, are you putting any special perks in there?
Yes, for the mailing list specifically, whoever shares it around the most out of those that sign up for the mailing list will get a one-only limited poster. It'll be on cardstock of the aspect of envy, just for those people that want to, have something that no one else has.
And I'll just give a little hint to something that we're checking into. We're checking into lenticular posters.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a concept that me and Sim have tossed around.
The naughty one.
One of the tiers will have a poster with Lilith in her aspect of the succubus. And in one form of looking at it, you'll see her normal, and in the other form, you'll see her under a black light with all of her demonic tattoos and stuff glowing.
sold.
Very cool.
Very nice.
So, yes.
Yep. So everyone run out, sign up for that mailing list right now. Back Bloodhunt. Back the Ghostly Manor on Howling Hill. Back City of Venus. And get yourself a knife too.
Oh, sweet.
And we'll bring it back to Shaun Davis and Pillow Man and Blanket Boy.
Yep.
So, yeah, we've heard, I think, pretty much all there is to hear. Am I right? Or you
think
got
so.
more? You got more you're hiding from us?
No, I mean, unless you want to go for about 5 to 6 hours, but no, just for this, I think we've done everything we can.
Excellent.
Because I've been trying to think of any more questions I have, and
I tell you, the biggest question is he really a blanket? I mean, really a pillow? That's the biggest question I always see. And hell, I even contacted My Pillow to see if they want to do some kind of like team up, but never heard anything back from them. I was like, this is perfect for My Pillow. I mean, it's a pillow man. I mean, heck, I even have a pillowcase as one of the perks.
I seen that.
Yeah, and it's the first, I guarantee you, it's the first pillowcase that you will ever find on a comic crowdfunding site.
I don't know, though. That guy's kind of boring. Do you really want him representing your campaign?
Hey, man, if it brings in some money, heck yeah, whatever he can do. Whatever he can do.
That's at the point. They get sleepy and they fall asleep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he seems to have a special love for that pillow, too.
Yeah, he does.
He
Yes,
does. He has a very special relationship with that pillow.
I've looked at it and it's like, it's not that special. I mean, it's just like any other memory foam pillow that you can find.
It's not comfortable.
No.
Do you have one?
No. But I've tried them out in the store, and they're not
Same
comfortable.
here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was
A little
like,
too
I'm not-
rigid?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm not paying $50-$60 for a freaking pillow. I mean,
He talks it up so much, and I was like, oh, there it is. It's actually, they've got it in stores. And I like picked it up, and I was like, this doesn't seem comfortable. And I like rested my head on it like a weirdo, like standing in Walmart.
Yep.
I was like, no, this isn't comfortable at all.
Would be a lot cheaper to just do the pillowcase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of people in special relationship with pillows, War Campaign is coming on shortly. So we should probably
Nice
wrap it up here.
segue.
Thank you. Tell you what we're going to do. We'll play this video one more time, and then we'll say goodbye.
All right. Sounds good. Jeez.
I have the volume off.
Boomer.
How many people do you actually think watch the videos on on these sites?
A lot of people.
You'd be
You
surprised.
think so?
Yeah.
Really? Because every time I go to one, I'm like, yeah.
No, you'd be really shocked how many people actually take the time to watch a video. As long as you keep it short and concise, people will watch it. Love that Wilhelm scream. I think that video is great too, man. It really is.
I appreciate it. I mean, we worked on it together. We wanted to do something together, and I could have got somebody to do professional or whatnot, but I want to keep him as involved in all of this as much as I can.
That's great.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that video up on YouTube by itself?
It is. It's on my YouTube channel. That's the only thing on my YouTube channel. is that. And I've got 6 subscribers, so God bless them. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to embed that in a tweet, because I think if people seen the trailer, I think it'll get a little more traffic towards the page itself.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Whatever we can do.
And we're gonna share it every day.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it. We got to get this thing done. I want to get it into as many people's hands as possible, just to let them see that just because there's a child that has created this, it doesn't mean that it can't be fun and that it can be, it can't be enjoyed by everybody. So
well, shit. Look how what was Axe Cop blew up, and that was trash in my opinion. It just wasn't very entertaining at all.
He actually backed me my first campaign, so I was just like, wow,
really?
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna talk to him again to see if he can spread a little bit this next go round.
Hell
There
yeah!
you go, Adam.
Sorry, I should not have opened my mouth.
That's okay.
We'll Red, edit that part out of the video.
I just have one question. How many pages is it?
It's right now we're looking at 48, but it could be more than that. 48 of story, and then we got supplemental, and then we got some fan art, because we have quite a few people that send us some fan art for the contest that we got going on. Because whoever comes in first, they will win the all-in perk, which has the pillowcase, the 4 copies of the book, the cover print, everything that we have to offer. They will get that if they win first place.
Because that's what I was doing. I was going over the campaign quickly. I'm like, oh, there's no page count.
Yeah, there is at the bottom.
Bottom.
After all the pictures and stuff, it talks about it's going to be perfect bound, all that good stuff, and it talks about 48 pages plus fan art and supplemental.
Okay.
Ace has rubbed off on you so bad.
Right? No, that's my thing. Aces updates. Me, it's the page count.
Well, that's not a bad suggestion though. You might want to move that closer to the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, it's very important, because it's like if you don't know how many pages, like you don't know what you're getting. So at least you know the limit, like 48 plus.
Maybe I'll bring it up there up there with the overview or whatnot before I get into all the artwork.
Because Ace keeps telling everybody people don't scroll all the way down.
No, people don't. I would either put it up towards the top in the overview, or add it into the tier description to let everybody know that it's a 48-page plus book.
Yeah. See, the bad thing now is that people's actually bought tiers, and you can't go back in and.
Oh yeah, you can't edit that.
You could
That's
just add
right.
a sentence to the overview. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Cool, man. All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming. Sean, this comic looks amazing. It does. It looks absolutely awesome. Like, I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I love the story. I love your art. And yeah, I'm going to be backing this.
Hey, I appreciate it. I hope everybody that's out there, they give us a look and, give us a chance, and hopefully we can entertain you.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, everyone head on over to War Campaign, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Awesome. Thank you.
Do we want to go through Vinny? Where can we find you?
I'm at Vinnie Art on tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It's going to be the interview with Bram Frank, the knives, comics, a bunch of cool stuff. So yeah, please check me out there.
Cool, man. Adam, how about yourself?
You can find me on Arch City Comics YouTube channel. Tune in Saturday mornings for the Weekend Woke Up Show, or you can follow me on Twitter at Adam_A_F.
Awesome. Simon?
I'm under Simon Sympathy on Twitter, Facebook. I'm rarely on Facebook, so I'm also on YouTube.
Cool, man. Same name, Simon Pothier.
Simon Sympathy. Yeah.
Yes, that's important.
And,
I remember that now because I typed in Simon Pothier once and I couldn't find it. But I added that Sim and it popped right up.
Or there's an old guy that plays piano. And
Is that your dad?
He's not as good as Ethan, so.
And Star, where can we find you?
You can find me here on YouTube at the Starcast Network or on Twitter at Starcast_net. I'm always doing shows at least one day a week, except for on Sundays. So, yeah, if you have a campaign, you're new, reach out to me in DMs. My DMs are open, and I'll have you on.
Awesome. And Sean, if anybody has more questions for you.
I'm on Twitter at real_Shaun Davis, and that is the same on Instagram and Facebook, but I rarely go on Facebook too much. And then YouTube, I only have that one video, so it's all you.
Excellent. All right. Well, Peter Charon, thanks for coming by. Sorry you came by at this particular moment because we're heading out. But yeah, feel free to watch the replay. Thanks again, everybody, for coming on the panel, in the chat. We appreciate you all. Hail, we'll catch you on the next one.
Hail.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thanks.